called The Dead in Me by Amber's Paranormal. What a fantastic book. You know why I'm reading this book? Because one day when Amber's Paranormal gets huge, she gave me her autograph. It's going to be worth something someday. Guys, this show is about Bill Murray. Bill Murray, if you're watching this, I want you, Bill Murray, to come on my show. I'm not going to interview you, Bill Murray. I'm going to have you come on, Bill Murray, as a co-host. We can interview other people. So, Bill Murray, if you're watching this, we want you. We want you. Guys, we're going to talk about some history of Bill Murray, some of his movies. So today's Friday. It's a laid back, kick back, having a good time type of show. So hopefully you guys are ready for the long haul, for the distracted. So have some fun. So go to the bathroom, get some popcorn, do whatever you got to do. Because when we start, I got Cosmic Neighbors, Ron, and Dr. Wu on. So we're going to have a kick-ass show. So here we go with the intro. I'll see you guys right back. If it'll actually work. Hold on a second. I messed that one up. Pretty badly. Hold on. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Here we go again. Let me try again. I'll see you guys back on the Paranormal Highway.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. Did you see it? His hand at our side of the field, even if every man, woman, and child held hands together and prayed for us to win, it just wouldn't matter, because all the really good-looking girls would still go out with the guys from Mohawk because they got all the money.
All right, you saw the great Bill Murray right there in that little speech he did in the movie Meatballs. Bob is coming. He was backstage. He has to restart his computer to get it going because I guess he wasn't coming in super clear. So guys, today Bill Murray. Bob and I was talking the other day. Goes, we got to get Bill Murray on the show somehow. But what if we just titled the show basically saying, Bill Murray, we want you? So will that work? We don't know, because there's stories that Bill Murray, he goes on people's shows or he goes to people's parties by just showing up. He doesn't tell anybody. I mean, there's tons of stories. There's like a story that a college place somewhere in Illinois was having a college house party. And then the guy who owns or who's running the party went into the bathroom, and there was Bill Murray doing dishes at a party. I mean, there's just tons of stories that Bill Murray just shows up. So if he shows up in the chat, we'll bring him on. But Ron, do you think we got any chance of Bill Murray watching us live coming on?
That's a fact, Jack. Yeah, definitely. Why not? You know what I mean? Bill Murray, yeah, I don't think, from what I understand, he's not one of those guys that are like stuck up and everything. Why not?
I know.
I actually think he may have a big shot getting Dan Aykroyd too.
It's funny, right? Not funny, not really funny, but I was researching the internet. I was curious if there's any stories of Bill Murray talking about like UFOs or Bigfoot or the paranormal. And every time you type that in, You don't get Bill Murray, you get Dan Aykroyd and his UFO sightings. I mean, you don't get. I could not find one thing on if Bill Murray has ever told a story of a paranormal or not. If you type in the word paranormal, you get Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and if you put in Bill Murray and UFO stuff, you'll probably get Dan Aykroyd.
Mhm.
But Dan Aykroyd, from what I understand and seeing him on shows like Rogan a few times, he's like really into it. It's not just something that like he likes to talk about once in a while, or like he's really into it. Like he could be down with all of us. You know what I mean? Probably
Well,
even
yeah.
deeper.
Dan Aykroyd's parents were paranormal investigators and stuff, so it wasn't like something that you picked up as a hobby. He picked up from families that are passionate about researching the unknown.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't even know I had to reboot everything. So yeah, Ron, you're right. Everything worked. Ron says that when your stuff is going bad, shut off your computer first. Then do your router.
The problem is about that, Bob. There is a problem for me about that. My router modem is hooked up to fiber, and you can't just move fiber anywhere in the house. And it's in Oliver's room, and he doesn't let nobody in his room. He does not let anybody in his room to restart anything. He's in his room.
Yeah, you just got to run a cable, and then put a switch downstairs or wherever.
Yes.
No, yes. I know exactly what Ron's saying, but the problem is, Bob. The problem is, I have to keep moving my office.
I know.
I had my own room. I'm kicked out of the room because my son, they had a baby. Okay, now I'm in this little spot where the old kitchen is downstairs. That if you see my wall, it's peeling.
Well, that's why you run a cable and you put a switch. And while you're at it running the cable, you should run a few more because you'll probably get kicked out of that spot soon. So then you'll be proactive and you'll be ahead of the curve. You know what I mean?
That's the way to do it.
Oh, I'm planning to do that. I mean, my God, I've been a cable guy for a lot of my life, so I know how to run Cat 5 wire and.
Yeah, well, I have an Obama phone, so all my stuff is free, and it's just routed because I'm a disabled vet, so I got that free government phone thingy. But I'll tell you what, it runs anywhere and everywhere I can go. But sometimes it has some weird thing, and it doesn't want to work right. I don't know, when the government has access to it, it's because I'm using theirs.
Maybe
I think so. They watch me in the shower. In fact, I'm dressed for combat. Because apparently we're all going to war. England has gotten their notices for some kind of civilian army. And here's a cool thing. I don't know if you guys knew this. I'm just throwing out because today's a throwaway day. It's a fun day because it's Bill Murray. We want Bill Murray on here. Bill Murray, please come in. And I watched a guy. I did it myself. I called the United States Navy. And this is hilarious. He says to the Navy, "Hi, I don't have a high school diploma. And I don't have a GED. I don't have anything. I'm a high school dropout. May I join the Navy?" And the guy says, "Hold on, let me talk to somebody." And he leaves. This is all live. I watched the guy do it. And the guy comes back and says, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can join the military. We're not requiring any GEDs, any diplomas, or anything at all anymore." The guy says, "Oh, so anybody can sign up now?" He says, "Well, you just have to pass the ASVAB score by 50 points. You know a monkey can pass that test?" You don't need to have it. So why the hell are they recruiting people that don't even have a diploma or a degree or a GED or an equivalency or anything? They're hired and it's all over England.
Well, it's because you put you on the front lines and you can be the first one to go.
Well, why are they?
Because they're too stupid to fight back. That's
right. Why. They're doing this mass recruitment and it requires nothing but just a test now. What is going on? Anyway, I'm prepared for war. I've got my jerkin.
I just got my new antenna on my phone. Look at it. Look at that.
Look at that.
This one bends like this.
Oh wow.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So is that a satellite phone?
No, this is a ham radio. I got a few of these, but I got
a ham radio.
Yeah, that's the ham radio, but I have I ordered a digital one too because this one's an analog. in the GMRS. So I'm ready. But the satellite, I got to get that too, though, because
Yeah.
you always
Be
need a
careful.
way.
Be careful if you're wearing any clothing that says analog on it, because I was walking around with my T-shirt. I had a shirt that says analog, and people were misunderstanding because not everything is covered. All you can see is anal.
Hey, we got Bill Murray.
Oh, is he here? Is he with us now?
He's
You
with
need to
us
call
in
him.
the spirit. That's his clone body. He just wants to hang out
Okay.
with us.
Okay, cool.
What,
Yes,
Robert? I just thought of something with the analog shirt. If the shirt folds a certain way, it'll say anal OG.
Yeah, that's what I actually, I swear to God, I'm not lying to you when I say I had a stocking cap and said analog on it, and then I thought it was funny to get a T-shirt. And as you're walking around and half your you're wearing a button-up shirt over it, all you see is anal on the middle of your shirt. And people give you the dirtiest looks. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I'm an old school. I like analog, man. You got to show them the whole thing. Yeah, this is family friendly, guys. We don't want to go that dark route, but we're just talking about fun things. This is what Bill Murray would want us to talk about.
And and in the chat, there is a link for Bill Murray to come on.
If he can make it. I know he's a busy man. I know he's busy.
Only for Bill Murray. So
you covered Ron's face, by the way.
Oh shoot. Okay. Sorry, Bill. You gotta go for now.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There we go.
There
We
you
got
go.
it.
There you
We
go.
got it.
There you go.
We got it.
You could always take your logo off for a little bit,
You know, this is the weird part, Ron. Now, on the price level that I have, if I take it off, the word Restream has to come on.
Are you on the free level?
You can't get the word Restream off unless you're paying for the $50 package.
No, are you serious?
I'm serious. Yes.
I didn't know that because I used the $20 one for a while.
Yeah, and it told me that, but I'm allowed to replace it because let me see here. Let me go back to the design. Let's experiment.
I'm gonna see something.
So let me.
No, that's not true, though, Eric.
If I take it off,
damn jets.
See, look, I took it off, and it's the word Restream.
Yeah, because if I go into my Restream and I'm on the 1995 month plan, I have no logo.
That's
no logo. I don't want to throw off your show. I'm sorry.
No. Maybe you got on maybe they changed it for new members because it told me you can't remove a logo unless you go to the $49 one.
Oh, that sucks.
So I just put a symbol up. It's no big deal.
No, that's the free one, bro. The other one they take. Anyway, like I said, I don't want to throw off your show, but I'll talk to you after if you want.
Oh yeah, no, I'll experiment like afterwards, but yeah, like I said, it's no big deal. If Bill Murray doesn't care, we don't care.
No, we don't
and
mind.
Cover my face. It'll help out. Believe me. Don't worry about it.
So I'm preparing for war. I don't know if you guys. I'm preparing. I'm gonna cut off some jeans and make really some short shorts out of them. I'm gonna wear a Hawaiian shirt and just jump into combat with a combat belt on, and just do it, man. I don't know who we fighting. Who are we gonna fight? Who's on the list? Is it the Russians again?
No,
well,
each other.
Everybody else is fighting. We're just everybody else is fighting. We're just supporting them in the fight.
Now, the way they're setting it up, we're going to be fighting each other. That's what it's going to be.
I'm military, ex-military. I want like a sanctioned enemy. I want them on paper. I want to be able to read about them and then see the propaganda. I want to watch propaganda films on my enemy. I want to see those. I hope those will get broadcasted soon. I want somebody to be insulted. I want them to be really mad. Yeah, I want some propaganda done. We should work on that.
Go to Facebook. That's all that is.
Right? Is it all propaganda?
Yeah.
So I wonder how many people are actually going to get to watch today because they're like, oh, we're so used to the paranormal and the conspiracy. But, Bill Murray has, if you're into the Mandela effects or whatever that calls, his stuff is loaded. There are certain actors that have tons of changes. I mean, completely. I mean, and there's other actors that have no changes. I mean, for people that have what they call that today, continuity error effect, where they not 100% with their memory and they scratch their head looking at things. Bill Murray is one of them that has a lot of odd things. Eric, you found a couple, right? Or you found
I think the one you're talking about is, hold on, I got it.
Yeah.
Where is it? I have it here.
We're connecting him to the paranormal. We're gonna connect.
The one you're talking about is here. I gotta take you off for a second, Bill. Don't worry, Bill. You're gonna come back, Bill. You're gonna come back. Don't worry,
Next
Bill.
time he comes back, he should be live with us. He'll be live. Those of you guys watching in the sidebar, Bill Murray will be coming on. So you guys hang in there.
I think the one
That
you're
would
talking
be awesome
about
to have him
is,
on.
He's gonna come on, man. We gotta get him on. If nothing else, he'll watch this episode. There's a strange cat in my backyard.
Right,
oh my God.
How come that did not work?
You guys have
Let me try again.
Hello, kitty.
Hey, what's up, Carla?
Hello, kitty. Hi.
Huh.
I'm not moving fast.
Is that video too? Huh. That's weird. That is weird. Well, hold on a second. Hold on. I'll just do this. For whatever reason, the video, I'm putting on the source, and it won't let me pull it up for whatever reason. But let me find an image picture. Bill Murray. Hold on, and I'll tell everybody what we're talking about. Okay, here we go. I can do a picture. For whatever reason, I had the video, but I don't know. Maybe I downloaded too big of a file for it. But what Bob's talking about is
there it is.
Is right there. Now he made a movie called Meatballs in 1979, which is technically one of his very first movies he's ever done, actually with Ivan Reitman. He's from Canada. Is 1979. Of course, it was before Ghostbusters. It was before Stripes, before Caddyshack. It was Meatballs.
Yeah.
Now, again, people, disclaimer: take this with a grain of salt. Here, I'll make it where we're all squares.
Yes.
Take this with a grain of salt. In the Mandela Effect world, some of us remembers there's a hot dog scene in the movie. Now, if you guys saw my intro, I have a scene in the intro where Bill Murray was shaking him.
He wore a red Hawaiian shirt.
But yes, exactly. In the whole movie, he wears a Hawaii shirt. And I remember that scene. He was wearing a Hawaii shirt because that's in the middle of the summer. It was hot. But all of a sudden, take it with a grain of salt. He had a brand new sweater on. That's brand new, and a number 13 there that just showed up for me. Doesn't mean you guys have that memory. But growing up, Meatballs was one of those movies that we watch over and over again. Meatballs, Caddyshack.
It's a desert island favorite for me. It's on my desert. It's a desert island favorite movie. I've watched it hundreds and hundreds of times. He wore a red Hawaiian shirt because I got me a red Hawaiian shirt because of this scene. And also, if you look behind him, now it's changed a little bit because of that was weird. Because behind him, it says dog, D-O-G. But people that were talking to me, it's like, hey, also, you see a 13, and if you say dog backwards, what does it mean?
God,
yeah. So it kind of has its weird levels of weirdness to it, where his 13 is the Hawaiian shirt changed with 13, and then when they have the camera going at the big chubby kid, you see dog behind him, but it's backwards, it's God. So it's kind of unique. There's that shirt.
That's the shirt he wore almost through the whole movie, but for that one scene, he's wearing a sweater where everybody else is wearing T-shirts and all that. But I mean, that's just, like I said, that's what I remember. And like I said, if you don't, that's fine. Like here, Danny says, I haven't seen Meatballs in 30 years. So, and that's fine. That's going to be like for most people.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
and this is all about Bill Murray and the esoterics that go along with Bill Murray.
well, when you look at Bill Murray, right? Oh yeah, these kind of scenes like this, it'll never get by these days.
No,
Oh,
and
no.
he has her on the couch, and basically he's aggressively moving on her. Now that is just not acceptable in today's movies.
Not even on cable, right?
Not even on cable.
Not on cable.
Broke every rules in this movie.
But if you look at Bill Murray, right, versus all the other comedians, it's not that he's like, listen, Eddie Murphy could tell better jokes and all that. It's just when you look at Bill Murray, you feel like he's one of you. He looks like you. He's not a Brad Pitt looking kind of guy, not a muscular guy. Bill Murray just looks like the regular Joe that you can hang out with. He has that look like a drunk guy on your block. I mean, he's like every other guy. He truly is.
Well, yeah, and in Meatballs, he inevitably always goes after authority. Now, he doesn't hurt the authority. He takes the camp director, he puts him in a tree at one point. Remember, they snuck out and put him in a tree. The next time when all the parents or whatever shows up, they put him on a raft out in the middle of the water. And so he's constantly fighting authority in this movie. It's got a lot of meaning to it.
Well,
it does.
If you think about it, the movie's really about, this is the poor camp. And then on the other side is the rich people camp, where they win every year because, like Bill Murray saw in that little speech I put in the intro, that they got all the money. They got all the electronics. They could do whatever. They have people to test their blood every hour. And then he teaches this kid who's really a nerd in the movie that has no he's never been encouraged to do stuff. And he ran with this kid every day in the movie. He ran. Remember, every morning he gets up, the kid follows him.
Runs.
That really created an athlete out of the kid. I mean, the movie has really a lot of heart.
Well, here's another important factor that no one ever thinks about. Now, this has nothing to do with any culture, any race. As an anthropologist, I'm just going to tell you this is culture specific, which means I'm not insulting anybody's religions or anything that's going on. This is just describing the movie. Now, what people didn't know is that the camp that Bill Murray was the lead counselor in was, in fact, all of them were of the Hebrews-ish. They were all Jewish. So his camp was Jewish. All the kids and people didn't know that. They have all Jewish camps, and just like I have any camps that makes whatever. But this particular movie, oddly enough, they were all Jewish children in the camp. Nothing bad about that. The other camp, if you would notice, they were all blonde-haired, blue-eyed. They were all, remember, every one of them has the perfectly blonde hair. It's like the preppies against the dark-haired kids, in all the old 80s movies. They were the blonde kids. Now, they were not maybe they were, but they didn't really, but all the ones that were obviously in Bill Murray's camp in Meatballs were of that Jewish faith. Now, all the other children in the other camps were blonde, blue-eyed, kind of looking more of a Nazi-ish, if you look at it. Now, we're breaking things down esoterically, which nothing we say is actually probably true at all. But in this case, as we're breaking it down, it's clear division between what you would have as the Aryans and then the non-Aryans, or whatever you want to have to the breakdown. And also, he's constantly fighting with the other camp. All these campers are competing with the other camp. And of course, they win at the end. So, you got to ask yourselves, what is the message? And why is it that Bill Murray has so many Mandela effects in this movie? It is paranormal.
Doesn't Bill fight authority in all his
movies? Yes. Yes, Carly, he does.
Bob, I was trying to find some kind of connection with Bill Murray, with the UFO, Bigfoot kind of stuff. And you really couldn't, because anytime you type in Bill Murray UFOs, Dan Aykroyd comes up.
Yeah.
So the closest thing that I found that's close to maybe a Bigfoot. Now, this is going to be a far stretch. That, I don't know if people know this. There's been over 4 Meatballs movies made.
Yeah.
Only one with Bill Murray. But Meatballs 4 starred Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
And they filmed Meatballs 4 at Bass Lake, which is near our hunting grounds where we saw Bigfoot. There's your connection.
well, no, there is a connection because if you go on to I think it was Netflix or one of the streaming channels, they have a little thing. It's about Bill Murray, and it shows a Bigfoot with Bill Murray's face. I don't know if you knew that. And it has it shows all these spontaneous places where Bill Murray shows up, and the cover picture is in fact a Bigfoot with Bill Murray's face, which is saying that he's elusive. You don't know when he's going to show up. You don't know when he's going to pop in anywhere. It's exactly what you were talking about. They do have a picture of a Bigfoot with his face on it, and it's on one of the streaming channels. I just don't know which one. I can't remember, but I saw it. I was like, hey. Here's a picture of Bill Murray in mid step, and he's or a Bigfoot in mid step, and it's got Bill Murray's face on it. Yeah. So it shows that he's elusive, and he'll show up anywhere, anytime. Also, of course, we have the famous Ghostbusters, which he is Dr. Vinkman, right? Is he Dr. Vinkman? Yeah, and he is part of a paranormal investigation group that is from the accredited university, and they go out and hunt ghosts.
You know what, Bob? I was actually gonna talk about this for a second. I was actually telling we all know how Ed, Lorraine Warren, they help a lot of people wanting to be paranormal investigators.
Yeah,
and they have that. I mean, that's a fact. Whatever you believe them or not, it's a fact. They encourage a lot of people to become paranormal investigators. But I wonder how many people who saw Ghostbusters and after Ghostbusters wanted to be a paranormal investigator. I'm serious. I wonder how many people became paranormal investigators because of Ghostbusters.
How many people joined the Navy to fly jets and didn't qualify for it because of Tom Cruise? A lot of people went into the paranormal investigations because they watched, Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. And
I gotta tell people this.
Yeah.
When the movie Top Gun came out in the 80s, we all went and saw Top Gun. And it was like the only time we went to a movie theater out front of the screening, they had Navy recruiters there.
I wonder if
the recruiting went up after Top Gun came out.
Yeah. I wonder if Ed and Lorraine Warren were sitting outside of the movie Ghostbusters and ready to train people how to hunt ghosts. Same concept. Yeah.
It really is, right? Because wasn't one of the things they tried different devices like to really capture ghosts like modern people do now?
Yeah, do me a favor. Can you put up a picture of oh God, what's his name? The green globule snot looking ghost that's on Ghostbusters.
Slimer, right?
Slimer. Yeah, can you put
Slimer
on a picture
or something like that?
Yeah, put on a picture of Slimer real fast. I want to see.
There's got to be a picture of slime. He's eating slime. I'll just type in the word Slimer.
Yeah. And if those of you that have an alternative memory like mine, because I used to put up broke down signs like the circle with the slash through it, signs, because I'd have to repair all these stuff at the museum.
That's the one that was in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yes, Slimer. That's what his name is.
Slimer. Now there's supposed to be some sort of Mandela effects with Slimer.
Yeah, the butt, where he has a tail now.
He has a tail. That's right.
Yeah, you're talking about where it was a flat butt, but now he has a tail.
He famously had like a butt, like a butt cheeks. It was the joke with the butt cheeks. Yeah, and now he doesn't have butt cheeks. He's
in the private chat, Eric. Image, if you want it. That was, I think, from the. Oh, you found them already. I didn't even see what you were doing there. I'm over here paying attention. Apart from the movie. Wow.
I'm trying to find the one, because he had butt cheeks.
We got to remove that.
Nobody remembers the butt cheeks.
You're blocking Ron again. You keep constantly blocking.
That's all right. That's okay.
How am I blocking Ron?
Oh wait, is it blocking on mine? Because I see the private.
Nobody's blocking nobody.
Oh no!
Maybe it popped up on mine. That's weird. I had something pop up on mine.
That was the private chat box because I sent the link to Eric.
I got you. So okay, so it just came up on my computer.
Oh.
Okay, I'm used to Eric's ones. So anyway, Slimer had what looked like two butticles, two butt cheeks, and that was the big joke about Slimer. But now he's got a long tail. Like he looks like sperm. He looks like green sperm now, and that was a massive, massive one for a lot of people. I'm just trying to keep the esoteric stuff going with the Ghostbusters.
Butt cheeks.
Yeah, there's the butt cheeks. So there's the butt cheeks, and there's the way it used to look. That's it. That's the joke.
Yes, cellulite.
Cellulite butt cheeks, and now he's got a long pointed tail. Is that?
I don't even know now. I can't even remember.
It keeps going back. I don't know. So if anybody in the sidebar, hi, Dr. Wu and Bill Murray. Yes, we're hoping Bill Murray will show up. This is a show dedicated for him. Ron has dedicated some of his time today to encourage Bill Murray to come on. I myself am here to encourage Bill Murray to come on. And Eric has put together some little bit of a fun show so we can get Bill Murray to come on. If not now, then later.
Let's go,
him.
Bill.
Yes. So this is like a marathon or whatever thon to get Bill Murray to come on the show. Yes.
You never know, right?
Your account or his ex account and tweet him.
Somebody put Bill Murray stories, life lessons from mythical man is the book with Bill Murray as a Bigfoot. No kidding, Eric. You see that?
Oh, what happened?
Okay, look at Carla. Look what Carla just wrote. The Bill Murray stories.
Right here.
The Bill Murray stories. Yes.
Life Lesson from the Mystical Man is the book with Murray as a Bigfoot. Huh.
Yeah. So there must be a book. If you typed in probably the Bill Murray stories, life lessons from Bill Murray stories, I wonder if that would pop up his book with him as Bigfoot. I'm curious now. Stories, life's lessons from a mythical man is the book with Bill Murray as the Bigfoot.
You know what's cool about Bill Murray? I don't know anybody knows this or not. Bill Murray, in the beginning of his movie career, he was partners with Harold Ramis. Harold Ramis. He actually he wrote. Dan Aykroyd came up with the story of Ghostbusters, but Ghostbusters got rewritten by Ivan Reitman and Harold Ramis. Harold Ramis directed Stripes, and he also directed his last movie he directed with Bill Murray was Groundhog Day.
Yes, there's the other one.
And Harold Ramis got in a big argument or something after Groundhog Day, and they never spoke since that movie.
Oh.
Now, when Harold Ramis was on his deathbed with cancer, Bill Murray went to go find him. And this is a true story. You guys can look it up. Bill Murray did not know where he lived. So you know what Bill Murray did? Well, he walked up to a police station, went inside the police station, and said, "Hey, I'm Bill Murray. I'm trying to find my friend Harold Ramis." And of course, police station could find anybody's address. They actually found his address, and they drove so he could go to Harold Ramis' house, so he could talk to Harold before he died, and they made up friends again.
Yeah, that's cool.
He just showed up. He went to a police station to get his address. Now I don't know why he couldn't call an agent to get an address.
Oh no, he has no agent. This is why he's got the Bigfoot picture. In fact, I think Danny Staten's been trying to put links in there. He's like, "What the hell? Nobody's looking at my links." I think he's probably putting the links in for all that stuff. He's probably trying. But wait, what was I saying? I lost track. I lost track.
Oh, he did. What is
because I was reading his stuff and he's like, "God damn it, someone pay attention to me."
It's hard to look at the chat and this, but the thing is, on Restream, I can't click on links on Restream.
Yeah,
it won't let me click on
Yeah. Yeah, so so he must be the Bigfoot picture guy. Yeah, I knew I saw it. It exists. It probably, if you find it on Amazon, it probably be sold. It's probably a book or a documentary out there, and it's gonna have him with the Bigfoot's face, or Bigfoot body with his face. So that's there. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I found this website.
Oh, that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. He has no manager. In fact, he has like one phone number that he hands out to everybody. That's what it was. That's what I was saying. He has no manager, and there's no way to contact him. That's why he's so infamous, and nobody can get a hold of him. He's even got pages dedicated to him, but he's got one phone number that's a hidden number. He's got like no manager or something.
Well, I found this website, and we'll look at these 5 movies, because there's a website that says explore 5 brilliant, underrated Bill Murray films you might have missed. So let's check out this list. Let's check out this 5 movies they're considering an underrated Bill Murray movie. Let's take a look. Here we go. Let's go to number 5. Number 5 underrated Murray film, Coffee and Cigarettes.
I saw that. I loved it.
That's a good movie.
And I watched it.
I can see where most people might not have seen that.
It's a great movie. They're clips. They're just little. They're not one. It's not one movie. It's little skits, and they're really good skits. Yeah, and he's with the guys from NWA, whatever. Yeah, NWA. It's a rap group. Really cool, really good group. Back in the days.
Well, let's see what. Oh, this movie.
Ed Wood
Could not be underrated, but Ed Wood, the Tim Burton movie, 1994, was a brilliant movie, in my opinion. And Bill Murray was so awesome in that movie.
He plays a transsexual.
Yeah, he wanted to get a sex change.
He wanted to get a sex change.
And this movie is based on a true story, which Bill was playing the guy who wanted to get a sex change. And of course, not Tim Burton, but Ed Wood doesn't even know how to make a movie, really.
Yeah.
This movie, Plan 9 from Outer Space, is considered one of the worst movies of all time, but I think it's a good movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
Because remember in the Plan 9 from Outer Space, the actor that they had died.
Yeah.
And so what they did is they got somebody else. In the whole movie, the vampire guy covers his face, so you can't tell that it's a different actor.
Lost in Translation. Yes, of course. Lost in Translation is one of my favorite all-time movies. It's a Desert Island favorite.
Maybe that's on this list. I don't know. Let's see. That could be on this list.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it will be on the list, because that movie actually won some Oscars.
They won some awards, and
he didn't win no Best Actor. I don't think he was nominated, but
he does the famous whisper. He whispers something to her at the end, and everybody wants to know what did he say to her, because it made her happy at the end.
Now, can this movie really be on this list, Kingpin? Because Kingpin.
Oh yes.
I know, but he wasn't like he didn't star in the movie. He was a guest appearance of that asshole bowler.
Yeah, what's his cameo?
Woody Harrelson, right?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, that weird hair
But he's got the rose, and now remember, the rose is significant in esoteric culture. Do you guys know what the rose? Ron, you might or might not, because you're heavily into the actual science of space, so you might or might not know. Not probably on the case. Do you know what the representation for the rose is when it comes to the astrology?
Not really.
Okay,
Carla?
No problem.
Did Carla miss that one? You didn't see Ed Wood, Carla? They made it in black and white. You gotta watch it, Carla.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it.
So the rose represents Venus, and the Venus makes a particular around the sun, and it makes basically a star shape. It makes a type of, that's what they would round it off to a star. Now, if you take that points of a star and just made them round, that's what it would be. It'd be a rose. So the rose represents Venus. It represents Venus's tour around the sun. it makes that certain design. You know how Venus does its thing around the sun, which the rose represents Venus, which goes back to the Rosicrucians, back to early Egypt and their religion and philosophies, and people that are into that whole underground kind of movement with the Rosicrucians. But the rose is significant symbol for the Rosicrucians. Also, the rose represents you've ever seen pictures and paintings of Jesus? Jesus always has the heart and the rose, so he has the rose somewhere around there. That represents Venus, sacred feminine. So in that movie, for some reason, in that movie, the bowling movie, what's a Kingpin? Ironically, here we go again with Bill Murray holding the esoteric rose, which represents sacred feminine and Venus.
I didn't know any of that about the rose.
Yeah. So look up Ron.
Broken Flower.
Later up, get bored. Look up rose and its connection to Venus, and it goes to regular science. It goes to the path that Venus makes around the sun. Nothing magical, nothing, and it's just represented by a rose. That's all. Yeah.
Oh, yo.
Bob, did you ever see Broken Flowers? I don't know why I can't remember.
I did see Broken Flowers. I see all his movies. I saw Broken Flowers.
I just can't remember it. It's just
he travels around looking. He found out he had a son, and but he had multiple different girlfriends, and so he doesn't know which one of them is the mother of his child.
Oh,
and he's looking for his son, and he's looking for the mother of his son because he's had so many flings he don't know which one it is. So he goes on a road trip. He's kind of depressed and kind of out of it, but the fact that he's now got a child somewhere out there, he wants to find out more. So he goes looking for he basically goes to his exes, and each ex is weird. Each ex has their own weird drama. So that's what he does with that one. Yeah.
Well, Bob, look at this. Mindfark says, "Oh my God, I was just researching."
The Rosicrucians, yeah. Well,
and then Carla says, "Doesn't the rose represent DNA too?"
Well, it can, yeah. Again, we're talking esoteric. I was just telling Ron about it as an actual science tool because of the track of Venus around the sun.
Danny, I know Danny earlier in the chat says he hates Kingpin, so he's letting everybody know that Kingpin is considered a flop.
I loved it. I loved Kingpin.
Everybody likes different movies. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I'm a cheese guy. I like cheese. And in the fact
that you actually liked Howard the Duck, right?
I love Howard the Duck.
This right here cannot be on this list.
Zombieland, where he was shot.
Zombieland is not underrated.
He's the only character in Hollywood to act like a zombie, and he was alive.
Oh my God, I don't remember Bill Murray in Zombieland.
Yeah. Remember when they go into his house and they're like, we're in Bill Murray's house, and then Bill Murray was actually alive. And then they wanted to scare their friend. So Bill Murray dressed up like he's a zombie, and his friend was sitting with a shotgun, and he got scared and shot him because he thought Bill Murray was a zombie, but he was.
I need to rewatch it.
Yeah. See, Bill Murray is an avid golfer. He likes to golf. Everyone knows Caddyshack. He's actual in real life. He loves. That's what he does. Golf. And so in the movie, he goes golfing dressed as a zombie. So he's like loving the golf course because there's nothing but zombies and nobody's golfing. And so in the movie, he's like basically he is what we have now: zombies. People are zombies. He was blending in with the zombies.
I'm a Caddyshack guy.
Danny,
when Harold Ramis signed Bill Murray to be in it, he wasn't there. The story goes that everybody was worried that Bill Murray wasn't going to show up because he didn't mail anybody and said he's on his way or nothing. So they thought Bill Murray was not going to show up, but the day of his shoot, Bill Murray just shows up. I mean, it just tells you his whole history.
Yeah.
Like, and they were worried about him even in Ghostbusters, because I don't know if anybody in the chat actually knows this. that when Dan Aykroyd wrote Ghostbusters, of course, it was rewritten by, like I said, it was rewritten by Ivan Reitman and Harold Ramis. Ghostbusters part was written for John Belushi. John Belushi.
Oh, John Belushi, yeah.
It wasn't written for Bill Murray.
Yeah.
That part was supposed to go to John Belushi, but of course, we all know John Belushi died. And so Bill Murray was technically a replacement because John Belushi died.
Oh, yeah.
If people didn't know that, just
yeah,
that was gonna be, and you know what? I wish John Belushi didn't die.
Oh, yeah.
But if you really seriously think about it, that movie, I don't think it would have been successful with John Belushi because John Belushi is more of that comedy, kind of the bigger type of guy, and Ghostbusters kind of needed somewhat of a serious person as like the leader of that group. Where Dan Aykroyd,
he's a skeptic. He's a diehard skeptic. He's so much of a skeptic. He thinks that paranormal stuff is just a scam for them, and it is. It's a money-making scam. Now there is evidence for something's down the line. There is a little bit. Yes, we all know that. But for the most part, it's 90% a scam. Everybody has a book, or everyone has something going on, or people are you got to pay to go ghost hunting in certain buildings. You got to pay thousands of dollars to go ghost hunting. It's a money-making scam. Again, with Bill Murray, he knows it was a scam, and he jumped on the scam wagon. And so he was like, dudes, this is easy. Parapsychology is a joke. We can make up anything. And I think that's logical for a Bill Murray show. Yeah. See, he's connected to everything.
He is. Let me bring up the picture of Bill Murray. Looks like Bill Murray is coming to the show. Here he is.
Is he coming to the show? Oh, shit. He's really going to show up.
That's him in Edwood.
Somebody send him fan mail right now. If you guys are just goofing around watching the show and you got a side computer and you're watching us live and you're on the computer, you know where his fan page is, send this over to his fan page now. All of you in the sidebar, start sending this out now to him. Get it to him now.
Now, talking about in the Mandela Effect world, the name Mandela Effect, could you somewhat say the movie Groundhog's Day could be almost like a Mandela Effect kind of a movie? Because the idea is he has to keep reliving and he has to remember everything he's done, but everything has changed because every time he goes back to find where the most perfect day is when that spell is broken.
Well, yeah, they talk about like the Simpsons having truth drops, the old classic word. I'm just going to use the generalized word, truth drops. Keep showing truth drops, retro causality, whatever them things are called. Bill Murray movies also has truth drops and has what they call retro causality. The Groundhog's Day is significant, and it is something to look at because he is causing a butterfly effect. He is changing history as any time and every time he does it over and over and over again until somewhere, somehow, the higher power says you got it right. It took him, how many years? Like hundreds of years? I don't know. I can't remember how many years it took. It was like over 100, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that would connect to the, see, he's 100% connected to anything esoteric, anything paranormal. He is 100%, he's got all these changes. He's got all these weird shows that kind of what we have now, and right down to the fact that he was a zombie. He was a zombie amongst the living. And the movie, Eric, remember that movie? Sometimes they come back, or what was it called? The guy from Star Wars was in it. The bad guy. Sometimes they, something the dead.
I know what you're talking about.
The dead don't die.
Oh, the dead don't die. The dead don't die.
The dead don't die.
The dead don't die.
The dead don't die.
That movie, that movie is brilliant.
Isn't it the symbolic? No, Bill Murray was in The Dead Don't Die. D. And towards the end of the movie, people are zombies, but they're not like out just going like crazy. Like, but they're like looking on their cell phones, or they're dragging like a stuffed animal, or they're holding like a tool, like they're a mechanic, and they're just zombies in what they do in life. When they become zombies, they are the zombie that they were in life. Like this, they have one girl in the scene where she's just taking selfies of herself. She's a zombie, and she just takes selfies of herself.
Iggy Pop's in it as a zombie, and he's a zombie in it. Iggy Pop and that girl went in there to get coffee because they love coffee so much.
Yeah. And then these are different kind of zombies. These are zombies of people that are already doing these things, and they already mentally a zombie. So when they become zombies, that's all they are. Again, with the pretty girl with the selfie, and all she does is walk around doing selfies of herself the whole time she's a zombie. And Bill Murray is looking at all this. Him and that Star Wars actor guy. I like him. I forget his name.
Earl Jones.
No,
Ford, Mark Hamill.
No. He's in the newest ones where he's like the bad guy. He's the son of Han Solo.
Oh, Kyle Ren. Yeah.
Kyle Ren. Something driver, right?
Yes, something
Driver, yeah. And he's the other police officer, and he's the one he's a deadpan like, you gotta cut off the head.
And he's like over like 6 foot, and he drives that little small smart car.
It's ironic.
Adam Driver. And I think one of the best parts of the movie where you're thinking you're watching a zombie movie because you had that Zelda girl that Zelda works at the funeral thing.
Yeah.
Walks out in the middle like the graveyard. I don't know where a spaceship, a UFO comes.
A UFO comes.
And you're like, where that? Like, it was just like
UFO. It had a UFO in the movie, and she gets abducted by the UFO, didn't she? I can't remember.
Well, she was an alien. She was an
alien. Yeah. Yeah, so you have an alien, and then the only person that is kind of normal is Bill Murray. He's just like,
which is crazy,
right?
Yeah, serious. Just be careful. Whatever you do, don't play any Bill Murray clips. Anything to do with Channel 4, at least NBC.
Oh. Probably, copyright.
Be very careful. No, because I'm telling you, do you remember? And I think it was probably the last time I streamed, not because of that, but the last time. No, actually, I streamed a week before with Jim, and we were talking about something, and John Belushi and the old Saturday Night Live came up.
Oh yes,
I brought it up with when they were doing the cheeseburger skit with John Belushi and the samurai, and I told them, I said, these guys, they're so litigious. I says, watch, I'm gonna end up getting hit by this, just for playing this for a few seconds. But you know what? What the hell? So 2 days later, on Christmas morning, they demonetized my channel.
No.
And took that and told me the video. I could either mute the entire thing or take it down. So I just laughed. I said, sure, keep it all.
Well, I told you, like I was telling you guys before the show, if those of you guys that know that come to my channel, I have to go to my backup channel, which is Bobbity Boo. I have to put out a thing. I can't. Anyway, Bobbity Boo channel, because I got struck on a movie or a show from 2018 or something years ago. It just came up. I'm supposed to be getting paid today by YouTube, and I was excited about getting a first paycheck from YouTube with all the donations, and I haven't received it, and I got a strike. Instead of they gave me a strike. Not only did they give me a strike today, and I'm off for 7 days. I'll be in my alternative channel, Bobbity Boo channel. They also gave me another age restriction on another old video from like 2019. I'm like,
oh no, they start going through your entire catalog. They go through, and stuff you made a year or two ago that was fine. This is the mess up thing with YouTube, is that now when they come out with new rules, those new rules apply to your old content. So if you don't go and like remove or fix that, they can go back and hit you on that, which to me is total BS.
I got
mean,
thousands.
those should be exempt,
I
but
got too many. I couldn't go back. I couldn't, because I used the same title.
I don't worry anymore. Like I didn't even I didn't even get this bit angry. I laughed at the demonetization because first of all, like I was just picking up a crumb off my desk, and that's basically what you make with them. So I just laughed at it. I just said, "What are you gonna do?" You know.
Yeah.
I
I'm
was
supposed
telling you, Eric. Like I'm not saying you depend on the monetization and all that, but be very careful who you play, especially if it has NBC in there.
Ooh, wee, that's good to
Those
know.
boys are no joke.
Yeah, they got me, and they haven't even paid me yet. I'm supposed to get paid. It's supposed to be the 21st to the 26th, and it's mine. It's the super. It's whatever's, and they took their cut out, and it's supposed to be in today by today, 21st to the 26th, but I didn't get a penny yet, so I'm still waiting on that. And they gave me a damn strike on top of it.
All right.
But anyway, let's focus on Bill Murray.
Well,
Exactly. I'll
What
break
we're
all
gonna
this
do
other stuff down
is-
on my channel, not on Eric.
Yes.
well, here's a question I'm going to give everybody. We're going to see if anybody gets this right. Bill Murray is credit for being a director on a movie with another director, but he's credit to be a director on one of his movies. So anybody in the chat, don't look at the internet, don't cheat. What movie did he get credit to be a director on?
It's not where the buffalo roam,
No.
which is another iconic movie, guys. We watch everywhere where the buffalo roam.
Buffalo Run was way better than the Johnny Depp's version.
Hands down.
Shoot, I know.
What movie?
The Razor's Edge.
No, but I'll give one hint. Kind of a connection, but maybe not. It. Not Zombieland. Nope.
Christmas presents.
Not Zombieland. I just give you guys a hint. It.
Oh, with that clown? With that
Change, quick change.
Oh, change.
not the
Quick
not
change.
the not that Scrooge thing, right?
No, quick change. Where quick change is where
Okay.
he dressed as a clown. That's where the hint of it was. He dressed as a clown and they robbed the bank.
Yes, but he's like a happy, cool robber. He's not hurting anybody. He's just like he's dressed as a clown and he's sarcastic and he's like, it's a brilliant movie. Yeah. He robs a bank as a clown.
Yeah, he was
Wow.
he was co-directed with a guy named Howard Franklin.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of kind of like semi underrated movies, I guess. The one that you and I really like that nobody ever talks about, The Man Who Knew Too Little.
The Man Who Knew Too Little.
Where he goes to London to see his brother, and his brother doesn't want him there. So he buys him this acting thing where he goes out and acts like he's a
spy.
A spy. But turns out that he went to the wrong spot or something, and he was actually in a real shooting spy, but he still thought it was a part of the play.
There it is again. There
and people
goes right
really try to kill him, and he was okay. In that movie, he worked at what, Bob?
Oh, I forgot.
What was his career?
He was an actor, wasn't he? An actor, or wanted to be an actor?
He wanted to be an actor, but where did he work at?
Oh, I can't remember that part.
It's an iconic place that everybody used to go and hang out. That's really
the video store. The video store. Blockbuster. Yes, he worked at Blockbuster. He always wanted to be an actor. He goes to visit his brother, and when he gets there, they set up some kind of fake-o adventure, scenario where he can go on like a tour, and it's all actors or whatever. It's like a spy kind of a thing. But it turns out he did it by accident, and he's a real spy, but not actually a spy. running around doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But the whole time he's taking it as a joke. He doesn't know
It
it's
wasn't.
fake.
They were really shooting at him and stuff.
Yeah, he's like, oh, bullets. That's really good. That even sounds real. He's running around the movie thinking it's a real or it's a fake show. Oh, this is so fake. All right, let's do this. But yeah.
And there's that movie that's related to you.
Oh shit.
What's that movie called, Bob? What's
what
related
about
to you?
Bob? What about Bob?
What about Bob?
Yes.
What about Bob?
What about Bob? Man, I'm laughing too much. Can't be smoking and laughing at the same time. Yeah, what about Bob? Give me.
He also guest appearance. People might have forgot. He guest appearance in Tootsie, Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And he was in a semi-live action cartoon in Moses Jones with Chris Rock.
That's right. And he was
the live
Garfield
character until they went to that cartoon part where Chris Rock is in that gut because he ate that thing, an egg that a monkey ate.
Yeah, and he's Garfield.
He's Garfield the cat.
The cat. He's Garfield the cat. And then Wes Anderson. He started doing all the Wes Anderson movies. Wes Anderson's one of my favorite directors. Everything looks like a play. And he's in all of the Wes Anderson. He's cameos. He's a lot of cameos in Wes Anderson movies. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if this movie is underrated or not. But one of his more brilliant movies was Rushmore.
One of my favorites. Yeah, Wes Anderson director. Yeah, the Wes Anderson movies. He's in pretty much all the Wes Anderson movies. He uses the same actors over and over again. Yeah.
Hey, Eric, I don't know if you said it that way, and if you did, it's absolutely fine with me. But me as a mod, I can't share links. I don't know if that's a setting in there, but if that's how you have it set, I'm good with that. That's fine. Just want to let you know. It shows it lets me paste it, but it doesn't show up as a hyperlink.
Huh.
I know people put. I see like Danny's putting links, but I can't post them.
I see Danny post links. So when I did it, I just went, So I went into my old Mason account to see if it's there, and it doesn't do anything. But like I said, don't go crazy. Huh. I just like interrupting shows on dumb shit. You know what I mean?
But he needs to know that because somebody has to tell somebody first before they would even know that because Eric didn't know that.
Wow. I'm still learning how to use Restream.
Yeah, you have to work with Ron after the show.
I think it's in I think because it happened, maybe it was a Restream thing, but I think it's probably in the back end of your YouTube. But like I said, it's no big deal because whatever I can't share, Danny can see it. He'll put it out.
Yeah,
I was just putting out your PayPal.
I can see that you did put out, PayPal, but it's not like where it's blue where you click it as a link, huh?
Exactly. That's the weird thing. It lets me put out a link, but not a link. It's strange.
That is strange.
Wow.
Who knows?
Maybe it's in the settings somewhere. But the thing is, if it's in the settings, why would it work for one person, not the other, and you both have wrenches?
Who knows? Maybe YouTube really has me blocked somehow, more ways than one.
They're coming after me. They're coming after me right now.
They can bring it on.
If they pay me today, I'll be doing a show. If they don't pay me, I won't be doing a show. Again, thank you, Danny Staten, for putting the Bobbity Boo link in there. Put it in for people again because I'll be there for the next 7 days. So if you guys, don't matter if you guys watch it.
You should. I'll be honest with you, and I'm sorry. I always keep detracted from the show, but you should put being that you do your shows like that, Bob, and you like when you get donations. Use Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal and all that. You don't have to depend on YouTube. And plus, YouTube will take half your stuff anyway.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do.
You don't have to be monetized to get donations.
I have those too, and people have helped me on those. So
did you use Restream or YouTube to post your link?
Oh.
So I think he's asking you, Ron.
Oh, I posted that directly through YouTube's chat window.
So yeah, that should work.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're messing with you.
I can't post on Eric's Restream. I'm not an admin or nothing. So I could only I I can't even. No, I'm not nothing on there, so I can't even highlight chats and restream. That's why I do it through YouTube. But I noticed that the last time I was watching a stream and I tried to share a link on yours, Eric, but then it like left my brain. So, but I noticed it just now, and it was a PayPal link I sent. So, it's strange.
Wow.
You know,
yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with restream though.
Wow.
Actually, I'm doing an experiment myself. I'm putting a link in the restream. I'm curious what it looks like on the other end.
Huh.
So that's
So far, Danny Staten has the
Yeah, I
power.
see it right
He's
away.
the only one with the power. He's the only one with
it's
the lead.
blue on my end.
I'm gonna post that PayPal one again for you.
Yeah, that's weird. That is weird. I see Eric's. Yeah, yeah.
Only thing I could
weird.
think of, let me see something. Maybe if I put an HTTPS colon, let's see if that works. Nope. Oh, that worked. That's what it was.
Okay.
That's what it was. When I copy the link, you gotta have the HTTPS in front of it. So I guess, all right. I just teched myself out.
Let's do this. We're getting closer to the end part of the show. So let's do this. So Bob, we'll start with you. Like, is there like one movie, like if you had to pick one Bill Murray movie to rule them all, you had to pick one?
Yeah.
Which
To
one
take to the island.
would that be for you?
Yeah, it would have to be Meatballs. It would have to be Meatballs because it has everything you need in it. It has everything. I mean, basically, if you guys are fans of Beowulf and all those other mythos, all the stories of a mythos of you have a hero that fights the opposition that is bigger than that hero and is successful at the end. Then you would have to be. It would have to be because it has everything from a Greek strategy or Greek tragedy. All of it. It has all the combinations of anything. It'd be Meatballs. Done. Meatballs. Yes.
Okay, so well now Meatballs is off the rail. So myself and Ron cannot pick Meatballs. So I'll pick. 'Cause I was gonna pick Meatballs too, but you already picked Meatballs. I'm gonna say I think one of the most perfect movies he's done is actually Stripes.
Yes,
Because
I
he's
knew
a
you were gonna
regular
say
guy
that.
his girlfriend left him. He's kind of an asshole taxi driver.
Same concept. He takes on a Russian whatever, you know.
And one of the most iconic scenes of any Bill Murray that you see in the thumbnail there is the marching scene when they're in boot camp, when they're trying to graduate. Yes, I mean that scene right there is probably, in my opinion,
walking
the
down the
best
street,
single scene that Bill Murray has ever done. I think it's even a bigger scene of Bill Murray saying, "We came, we kicked his ass." I think that whole scene of that marching, and then of course there's that where they're making out with the girls, and when they go up to the room showing Bill Murray, it shows that they're both in that little
trunk. They're in the trunk of they're in a they call the old steam trunks, the old big old steam trunks, and he comes pulling. He's like, "What are you doing in a steam trunk, man?"
And if you think about all those movies with super cars with missiles and all that, they did that in Stripes with the van.
Yeah, they did it with the van, and and he was in a strip club, and he's encouraging his men. You can do it. You can do it. They're fighting strippers in mud, and he's like, "You can do it." So yeah, it's the same concept, man. He's still the underdog that wins at the end.
The underdog at the end. They're a partner. They're on cover of magazines, and that drill sergeant. They finally became friends at the end. Where's your commander?
Well, you
sir?
took my pick.
He's got blown up.
All right, Ron, you got a small selection now. Oh, there's still a big selection.
Well, actually, no, he took my pick. It's funny because you took his and he took mine.
Yeah.
But I'll put it this way. To make it real simple, I'll say Groundhog's Day, right? I like that.
Groundhog's Day.
I mean, it's too easy to say Ghostbusters, and it wasn't really more. Groundhog's Day is more of a Bill Murray movie instead of a whole team. But as a bonus, I'll put in just for you. What about Bob?
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah. So, but
And,
yeah, I'll say Groundhog's Day.
and if anybody in the chat, if you've never seen the movie Where the Buffalo Roam, that's actually a biopic type of movie. A lot of people don't know that. I forget the character that he's playing in real life. He's that writer who takes drugs.
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah. A lot of
But
people might remember the
Vincent
Johnny
also.
Depp one, but before the Johnny Depp one, there was the Bill Murray one, and that was not a bad movie.
It was great. It was almost my number one pick because a lot of people haven't really seen it before. I highly recommend that one, man. Where the Buffalo Roam, he's wild, man. It's way better than Johnny Depp, I think.
Now, I do have to ask you guys this because I thought the first Ghostbusters was a brilliant kind of a movie. I mean, it was just perfect with the Marshmallow Man and all that. But I must say, I was so disappointed in Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah,
I did not like when it shows all the New Yorkers singing. So
they all sound like Ron.
Liberty.
They all sound like Ron.
Yeah, I really thought Ghostbusters 2 was a step down, in my opinion.
It was. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was.
I like Caddyshack better.
Yeah. Oh my God, boy, Caddyshack would be on the top of my. Caddyshack's on my desert island favorite list. Yeah.
Well, listen, Caddyshack. Now Caddyshack. If you say what is the best movie that Rodney Dangerfield ever done, Rodney Dangerfield and Caddyshack. It was made.
Cannonball
it was
Coming.
made in heaven. And
Cannonball
if
Coming.
you guys ever get a chance in chat, you guys got to watch the documentary of Caddyshack because they partied through that whole movie. They never thought they were going to get that movie finished because they were all drugs, drinking, and it was
famous
really
for that.
A true Animal House.
Well, George Clooney was all over the fucking whatever. People were talking about George Clooney is he's a good friend of Bill Murray's, and Bill Murray is a avid pot smoker, like daily. I like myself. I enjoy myself. He's a big pot smoker, and George Clooney's wife said you can't go to Bill Murray's house anymore because you come back high, you come back stoned and a little bit tipsy. He's a lot of the Hollywood scene are like, don't go to Bill Murray's house, you will get high off your ass. Big time pot smoker. That's so cool though. That's brilliant.
So I guess beyond that, so Bob, you're going to be live, but you're not going to be live on your regular channel, on your backup. And I think you said that Danny put your backup channel in the thing.
If YouTube pays me today, which they're supposed to, so they pay me today, according to what I'm reading.
Sometimes it also depends on your bank. So what I mean is, if today's the date that he say, it might not go through until after midnight.
Well, and you have to have $100, just like a minimum 100.
Yeah, they even showed me. I'm going to be getting $75 and like 88 cents. And it says it comes in between the 21st and the 26th. And so I did. They sent me the little thing, and it goes into your bank account to make sure your bank account gets it. Yeah, it was there, so everything's 100%. It has a little green light.
AdSense. Go to AdSense. Go look in there and go to payments and payouts, and you'll see it right there. But if you got a strike, that unless they demonetize you, that has nothing to do with your payments. The strike. You know what I mean? So the only thing I would think is maybe you with the strike, maybe they removed the video and that brought you under the threshold of the 100. Is a possibility. So go check your stuff in AdSense.
And then that's why it's always better if people can PayPal and stuff like that's better because you're not under those rules. And also YouTube takes like over 30 to 40%.
They take 45%. Of everything that's monetized, they take 45%.
Where like
Super
PayPal
Super
only
thanks, everything.
Yeah, PayPal's under 10%, So
I was so excited today. I was like, yes, my first ever payment from YouTube, and I was excited. And I opened it up, it's like, you've got a strike, and it's from like years ago. I go, oh, what's going on? Why would you do that today when I was supposed to get paid, man?
Well, Yeah, we'll be out.
I forgot. Ron, are you doing anything this weekend? Are you still?
There
Are
you
you
go.
taking a break still?
Yeah, well, let me ask you. Today's Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay. Whew, it's been busy. Yeah, I haven't done a Saturday show in a while, so tomorrow I'm going to do one at 3. And I figure I'll go over this IG report on the UAPs. I want to just read that because I only read a little bit. I figure I'll read it on the show. It's a summary from the IG.
Hey, I
that just
always
came
say,
out.
man, you want to get educated. Go to Ron's
Yeah.
channel, like especially when you
And
and
we'll talk
Jim are
about the
together. My
asteroid that
God, you learn
impacted
so
Earth
much.
the other day.
God, you and Jim. I mean, you just learn so much watching you and Jim together. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
like,
you also have homework. You need to look up the significance of Rose and Venus, the planet, and its path.
Oh, I have it up on my screen already. I'm going to
Oh,
read
good.
it after.
Okay. Awesome.
Mhm.
beyond that, people.
Good.
Hopefully, all you guys have a great, fantastic weekend, and we'll see everybody next week. So beyond that, we'll see you all next time on the Paranormal Highway.
Come on, Bill.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. Did you see it? Even if God in heaven above comes down and points his hand at our side of the field, even if every man, woman, and child held hands together and prayed for us to win, it just wouldn't matter because all the really good-looking girls would still go out with the guys from Mohawk because they got all the